Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David, and in this video I'm gonna play one last game, another game of Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game, because there's a little small bonus expansion, bonus chapter. Officially it's chapter 16.5, and it has a lot of items, and we're gonna simply play another game. So again, let's see if we can complete all characters. Chapter 16.5. For the Lord of the Galadriel is accounted the wisest of the elves of Middle-earth, and the giver of gifts beyond the power of kings. He has dwelt in the west since the days of dawn, and I have dwelt with him years uncounted, for ere the fall of Nargothrond or Gondolin, I passed over the mountains, and together through ages of the world we have fought the long defeat. Chapter 16.5. The Gifts of Galadriel. Characters: Frodo, Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, Boromir, Sam, Merry, Pippin, Galadriel and Celeborn. A lot of characters, thread 1 to 7, and we need to finish them all, so this is going to be a long one, because we need to play at least 3 rounds to complete all characters. Follow the instructions on the Gifts of Galadriel event card. You do not have to complete Celeborn. And I did that wrong in my previous game. I thought chapter 17, where it also said you do not have to complete Celeborn. I thought you can play with him, but you do not have to complete his goal. But it means you do not have to play him if you don't want him. But if you want to play with Celeborn, you need to finish his objective. The Gifts of Galadriel. We have drunk the cup of parting, she said, and the shadows fall between us. But before you go, I have brought in my ship, gifts which the Lord and Lady of the Galadriel now offer you in memory of Lothlorien. Then she called to each in turn. So, place the gift cards face up next to the characters as indicated and play them as specified on each card. Resolve them before the next player plays. So in this, and I've already added them to the characters, in this small expansion are all these items. And I'll tell you what they do when we're gonna choose the characters. We need to play every round with Frodo, because there's an asterisk at his name. So Frodo is already over here. Frodo gets the Light of Arendelle. Discard this card when you play a card into a trick in which Shadows is the lead suit, you win the trick. So he can decide not only to win a trick by playing the One Ring, but also by playing a trick into Shadows. And you can use these items once per game, and you can decide when you want to use them. So let's first deal out 4 hands of 4 cards and then decide which characters to use. And let's not forget to first draw the lost card from the deck. And finally managing not to forget the lost card. So this will be the lost card, forest card number 8. And I'm gonna make 4 hands of 4 cards again. So these are our 4 hands. We need to play with Frodo. We can play with Galadriel. He needs to win neither the most nor the fewest tricks, and I always like Galadriel to be played alongside Pippin. And of course, since there's the number 8 of the hills over here, I'm really looking forward to play Sam, because Sam needs to win a specific hill card based on the value of the threat card drawn. And Sam will get the Box of Earth. We can discard this card when you play a Hills card to raise or lower its rank by 1 or 2, and you win ties. So it makes it even more easy to win the specific Hills card he needs. And maybe if we can get Galadriel out of the way straight from the start, then we're done with them. Then we're done with that character. I don't like to play with it. Galadriel does not get an item. I think she should be able to win a trick with this hand by playing the number 6, or she can win the first trick straight from the start by winning the Shadows. So let's put Galadriel over here. So over here I want a character that does not have to win a trick. Gimli needs a Mountains card, Pippin needs to win the fewest trick, Celeborn needs to win tricks, Aragorn needs to win tricks, Legolas needs to win a forest card, Merry needs to win 1 or 2 tricks, and Boromir needs to win the last trick. And I think this hand looks good for not scoring any tricks at the moment. So I'm gonna play Pippin over there. And also Pippin gets an item, Lambas, Before the lead player plays a card into a trick, discard this card to immediately exchange with any character. So we can get rid of a high card if needed by eating the lembas. And no exchange, because no player may exchange during setup of this character. So we're ready straight from the start. So we're almost ready to begin. Just need to check the threat card that Sam needs to decide which hills card he needs to win. And it's gonna be number 1. And hills card number 1 is not yet in play, so we need to wait till it arrives. And Frodo, of course, needs to win 4 or 5 of the rings cards. So Galadriel needs to win at least 1 trick if we can get Pippin at 0 tricks, so let's play number 4. Then Pippin can play number 5, Sam needs to follow, play number 2, and Galadriel plays number 6 and wins the trick. So that's 1. Well, let's give Frodo 1 of his ring cards by playing the 1 of mountains. Then Sam cannot follow, will play a ring card. So from now on we can start the trick using ring cards. Pippin needs to follow. And Frodo needs to follow and wins the trick. So he's collected his first ring card. 3 more to go. Well, then Frodo can pick up another ring card by playing number 7. Because Pippin cannot follow, we'll play his ring card number 4. Sam needs to follow and Galadriel cannot follow. So she will play Shadows card number 1. So Frodo wins the trick and wins his second rings card. 2 more to go. Here's the hills card that Sam needs to win, so let's do so. Frodo's playing number 1. Galadriel needs to follow, plays number 7. Sam needs to win this trick by playing number 8, and Pippin cannot follow. We do not want to win a trick with Pippin, so we'll play the highest card. And so Sam wins the trick, and Sam wins hills card number 1. That's the one he needs to win to complete his objective. So Sam is done. And it doesn't matter how many tricks Sam is gonna win, we just need to make sure that Pippin doesn't win a trick. And if Pippin wins another trick, then Galadriel needs to win another trick as well, because Galadriel cannot have the fewest or the most tricks, and nor be tied for either. So let's keep things at Sam by playing number 5. Then Galadriel can get rid of a high card, Pippin can get rid of a high card, and Frodo cannot follow, will also play a forest card. Now he will play the shadows card. So nobody follows, so Sam wins the trick. Is it Sam? Yes, it's Sam. One last time, 1 card for each character. Even more hills cards for Sam. A nice Frodo gets the highest ring card. So all we need to do is win 1 more trick with Sam by playing number 8, then Pippin plays number 7, Galadriel doesn't matter, and Frodo plays number 5, so Sam wins another trick. And now we get things to Frodo, and then we're done, because Sam's gonna play this one, Galadriel needs to follow, Pippin's gonna play anything, and Frodo will play the One Ring and say, I will choose to win this trick by playing the One Ring. So Frodo wins the trick, collects the 3rd ring card, and then nobody can follow Frodo anymore, so he plays a ring card, so they all follow with 1 card. And Frodo wins the trick, collects 4 ring cards, so Frodo is complete. And then Frodo plays number 5, nobody can follow, so Frodo also wins the last trick. So Frodo has a lot of tricks, Pippin has none, so he has the fewest tricks, check. Sam has collected his Hills card he needed, and Galadriel has not won the fewest tricks, because she has 1 trick, but also not the most, so also Galadriel is completed, without using any of their items. So 1 set of characters done. Now we're gonna do it all over again, using new characters except for Frodo, who needs to play every round. But Sam is done, Pippin is done, and Galadriel is done. First the lost card. Ooh, it's a rings card. That makes it harder for Frodo to collect 4 of them. So, here is forest card number 8, so let's go straight to Legolas, who needs to win a specific forest card. And Legolas gets the Bow of Galadriel. Also discard this card when you play a forest card to raise or lower its rank by 1 or 2. So again, making it more easy to win a forest card. Then there's a 7 of mountains over here, so I think we're pretty safe to put Gimli over here trying to collect his mountains card. Also, he will get an item that lets him 3 strands of hair, that lets him raise or lower a mountains card rank by 1 or 2. That means we have 1 space left. We can play with Celeborn, who needs to win 3 or more cards of the same rank, though we don't need to play with Celeborn, but for the completionist of this video, let's just play with him. Otherwise we need to play a 4th round. We can choose to play with Aragorn, who needs to win exactly a value of tricks equal to the value of the chosen threat card. Although we could, because he's the first player to draw a threat card, we could play Aragorn now and have him add 1 trick. Merry needs to win 1 or 2 tricks, and Boromir needs to win the last trick. I think those are good combinations to play together in our final round, so let's go for Merry. No, let's go for Aragorn. Let's go for Aragorn and try to win 1 trick with Aragorn. Aragorn gets the Elfstone, discard this Elfstone after all cards have been played into a trick, to discard all of the cards in the trick from play, and the winner of the previous trick leads the next trick. So Aragorn can have 1 trick just disappear. So from ring player to the left, win exactly the number of tricks equal to the value of the chosen threat card. Choose any card from the threat deck, so we can get in 1 trick with that number 8 straight from the start. And then let's try not to have Aragorn win any tricks anymore. Then Gimli needs to win mountains card number 6. That's not in play yet. And Legolas needs to win forest card number 2. That is in play yet, so he can pick that one up. So here we go again. Let's give Aragorn his first trick and then have him not win any trick anymore by playing number 3. Then Aragorn will play number 8, Gimli needs to follow, Legolas needs to follow, and Aragorn plays the highest card of the requested trick. So Aragorn wins 1 trick and is done. We cannot have Aragorn win any more tricks. So let's Legolas be done by playing number 2. Frodo needs to follow, Gimli needs to follow, and Legolas will take the trick and wins forest card number 2, the one he needed to win. So Legolas is done. So 2 characters already done without again having to use their items. This is my second play. In my first play in Dutch I also didn't use any of the items of any character. But it's nice if you have them. This is even better. Number 8 of the mountains goes to Gimli. So whenever number 6 will arrive, he will be able to pick it up without any problem. And a nice high ring card for Frodo. So number 6 is not yet in play. Basically we can win all tricks with all 3 except for Aragorn. We kind of need to sit this one out until Mountains card number 6 arrives, and before getting rings to Frodo, I like to have some more rings over here so we can pick up multiple rings at one time. So let's keep it at Legolas for now by playing number 5. Then Gimli can play number 7. Aragorn can dump some high numbers. Oh wait, we need to play number 4, otherwise he will win the trick. Haha. And Frodo will play number 4 of the shadows. So Legolas simply wins the trick. There's number 6 of the mountains. Gimli gets it himself. Very nice. The highest hills card goes to Aragorn. Well, let's get Gimli done by playing a mountains card. Then he can play number 6, the one he needs to win. Aragorn's playing number 3 and Frodo will play number 6. No, number 7 of the shadows. So Gimli wins the trick and wins mountains card number 6, the one he needs to win to complete his quest. So also Gimli is done. Now all we need to worry about is getting no tricks at Aragorn and to have Frodo collect all rings cards. Here's another one. So there are 2 more rings cards in the final hand. Not really worried. Oh wait, there's one. It was in the lost card, so there's only one left. So number 5 is still for grabs. So for now, let's keep things at Gimli, so we can get rid of this high hill card from... No, we can't, because Aragorn can follow with number 2. The others cannot follow, so Legolas will play number 7 and Frodo will play number 1. So Gimli wins the trick, but it's not an interesting trick for him. One more time. Nice, Frodo will get number 5 himself. So we need to get the trick to Frodo and then we're done. And we can do so by playing anything, because Frodo can simply chip in his 1 ring. So I'm gonna play number 6 of the forests. Then Aragorn needs to follow. Legolas cannot follow, will play this one. Usually Aragorn would win this trick, but we're playing the 1 ring and we say you may choose to win this trick. So we do. So Frodo wins the trick and collects his first ring card, and from now we can open the trick with ring cards. So we will play number 5, then Aragorn needs to follow. Those 2 cannot follow, will play something. Then Frodo wins the trick and collects 3 of the ring cards. He needs just 1 more to complete his quest, and he will do so now by playing number 4. Nobody can follow, so Aragorn of course is going to play this one, otherwise he will win the next trick. And these 2 don't matter, they play this one. So Frodo wins the trick and collects the 4th ring card. So also Frodo is officially done. and then nobody can follow the last card, so Frodo wins again. And again, we have all characters completed at once. Legolas collected forest card number 2. Gimli collected mountains card number 6. And Aragorn has won exactly 1 trick. So also he is done. So, one final round. Let's see if we can complete them all. The last card for this round will be forest card number 5. We still have left Celeborn, we have Merry who needs to win 1 or 2 tricks, and we have Boromir who needs to win the last trick. And since there's a 8 of shadows over here, I'd like to play Boromir over here, so he can try to win the shadow last trick. Boromir gets the Belt of Gold. Before you play a card, you may discard this card to reveal your lowest card of one suit to all players, which is totally useless in a solo play, because all cards are open. Then we need to play with Merry, who needs to win 1 or 2 tricks. And if we play the forest card, then Merry can win the first trick. This one looks a little harder, so let's put Merry over here. Merry has the Elven Cloak. When you would lead, you may discard this card to choose another player to lead instead, which is very nice if we were to lead a trick we're gonna win and we don't want to win. So theoretically, the only character now left is Celeborn, who needs to win 3 or more cards of the same rank, and he doesn't get an item. Because for this chapter you do not have to complete Celeborn, I could choose to play again with one of these characters. But there's not, yeah, I could play Pippin, because this one looks like it's definitely gonna win the fewest tricks. But since I like a challenge, I'm just gonna play Celeborn, because I want to complete all characters, even though I don't need to. It's gonna be a little challenge for now, because how is he gonna win 3 or more cards of the same rank with these starting hands? Well, not for now. We'll see once we get on the way. For now, let's just start. And Merry needs to win 1 or 2 tricks. Let's give him a trick by playing number 1 of the forest. Then Merry will play number 2 of the forest. Celeborn cannot follow, and also Boromir cannot follow. I would like to keep these shadows cards to have Boromir win the last trick. So Merry wins a trick with a number 2. Wow. And there are 3 number 1s out of the game, so Celeborn is not going to collect 3 number 1 cards. Merry needs to win 1 or 2 tricks, so basically he's done. Let's try to keep it at 1, but we have an escape that we can win another trick if needed, because he can win 1 or 2. So basically we want now Celeborn to win as much as tricks as possible to be able to collect 3 cards with the same number. Boromir we don't need to care about until the last trick, and Frodo just needs to collect, of course, his rings again. So let's see if we can get Celeborn to win a trick, and the only way to do so is by playing the Shadows card number 5. Then Celeborn can play number 6, and if Boromir plays number 3, then Frodo can play anything he wants, and then let's play number 5. So Celeborn already collected 2 number 5s, a number 3 and a number 6. I'm gonna keep them here as a reminder. So if Celeborn wins a number 5 card, a number 5 card, then we're good. But that might be a challenge. Now, whatever he's playing, he will not win the trick. Let's get Frodo the 3 of rings by playing number 3. Merry will play number 6. Boromir cannot follow, will play a ring card. And then Frodo wins the trick by playing number 8 of the mountains. So Frodo collects his first ring card. A ring card has been played, so now we can open the trick with a ring card. Nice, again Frodo gets the number 5 of rings. We cannot have Celeborn win another trick, unfortunately. We don't want Merry to win a trick. Let's keep things at Frodo by playing force number 8, so we can get rid of a high card from Merry, maybe number 7. Then Celeborn can number 2. Oh no, Celeborn needs to follow, and also Boromir needs to follow. So Frodo wins the trick. We need Celeborn to get another high card, so we can win a third number 5. But Frodo's gonna play a Shadows card, so Celeborn is not gonna win anyway. Or Frodo can play a Rings card. Maybe that's even better. And since Frodo has number 5, I think it's safe to play number 1, saying I win the trick. Then Merry cannot follow, so we can get rid of this high card. Celeborn needs to follow with this ring card, and Boromir cannot follow, so we can get rid of this high card. Oh, this might be interesting. So Frodo wins the trick because he's saying I'm playing the one ring, I choose to win this trick. So Frodo needs to win one more trick to complete his rings collection. And how are we gonna get the trick to Merry again? And then back to Boromir. Oh wait, we can use the item of Merry. When you would lead, you may discard this card to choose another player to lead instead. Yes, that's our solution. So looks like I'm finally gonna use an item almost at the end of the game. And then maybe Merry can pick up number 5 of the ring. So Frodo's gonna play number 2. Nobody can follow. So Merry's gonna play number 2. Celeborn's gonna play number whatever. Let's play number 6 just to be sure, I think. And Boromir cannot follow, will play number 5. So Frodo wins the trick, collects his 4th ring card and is done. Now it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but we're gonna have Frodo play his Shadows cards. Merry will get rid of... No, we need Merry to win a trick. So Merry's gonna play this one. Then Celeborn is gonna play this one. And Boromir takes the trick by playing number 8. So Boromir wins the trick. And then we're not gonna make it because Celeborn is not gonna win this trick. No, we're not gonna make it. Oops, I made a mistake somehow. This 7 should be at... Oh wait. Choose another player. No, we can't. Unfortunately, we're not gonna make it because Boromir's gonna play this one, then Celeborn's gonna play this one, Merry's gonna play this one, and Frodo's gonna play this one. So so Merry wins the trick. And then Merry says, when you would lead, you may discard this card to choose another player to lead instead. So we let Boromir lead. Nobody can follow. So Boromir wins the last trick. So Boromir is completed. Everybody is completed except for Celeborn, because we collected 2 number 5s and I was hoping to collect a third number 5, but somewhere I didn't make it. So unfortunately a fail. Now there are 2 options. I can choose to say, well, I failed, so I need to start all over again. Start from the beginning and we need to complete all characters again. Or I can simply say, these characters are completed, only Celeborn is still not completed, so we're gonna play another round with 4 characters, where again I need to complete all 4 of them, but then the focus is on Celeborn and I can simply play again with characters I've already completed. But also, like I said at the beginning of the round, we do not have to complete Celeborn, but once we play with him we need to finish his goal, so unfortunately we didn't make it. I should have played, like I said, like I suggested at the beginning, with Pippin, because he was having the fewest tricks of all of them, or at least tied of the fewest tricks, so then I would have completed this chapter officially, and now I have not. Although maybe I can still say, well, now we're done, all characters are complete except for Celeborn, and I didn't have to complete Celeborn, but I think in order to have a true victory you need to complete all characters in a round, and I didn't. So I don't know if I can count this as a victory or not. I would say not, because I did not complete a character at the end of the round, although this character doesn't have to be completed. But anyway, I'm not going to play another round, because these were already 3 rounds, so this video will be long enough. And also, of course, this video was to show you the bonus chapter, the Gifts of Galadriel, separate available as a separate chapter. Officially it's chapter 16.5, where you get lots of items that can help you collecting the cards you need. Although, as you saw in this game, I didn't really need one. But that's how you play chapter 16.5, the Gifts of Galadriel. And that's it for now with the videos of this game. If you have any questions about the chapter you just saw or the game in general, please feel free to ask them in the comments below. My name is David, thank you for watching, and hope to see you next time.